Halo Infinite's new update is here, and in the video today we're going to talk about everything that was mentioned and everything that wasn't covered, like feedback for the new network update. So the Yappening 2 has arrived. It's been a couple of years since the last Yappening event in Halo Infinite, and this one brings with it a grunt-themed firefight playlist called Gruntpocalypse. Now this is not as good as the Reach version, but you do get Firefight King of the Hill, all grunt enemies, and there is a Fiesta variant of it. I played a few games this afternoon. It's kind of fun. I probably won't play a whole lot of it. I'm just going to be in here playing ranked, but I do appreciate when an operation has a themed playlist that goes with it. Now, in about 2 weeks, we're going to get a new arena map called Corrosion, and there will be a 24/7 playlist for that map. The art looks cool. This is another Forge palette map, and hopefully it plays really well. And beyond those things, that's pretty much the whole update. Oh yes. As you would expect, there's a lot of new bundles in the shop and a lot of really cool weapon models in the shop. So take a look at this sidekick. I really wish there was a way to earn this with gameplay. I'm not that motivated to go and spend any money in the Infinite shop purely because what we've been feeling and speculating and talking about, it sure does seem like Halo Infinite support after Match Composer arrives. It's probably going to be it, unless we hear otherwise, but it certainly seems like the consensus in the scene is that Infinite is sort of on its life support stage, while 343 is working on whatever their next project is. And that's what I want to talk about next, where Halo Infinite is at right now. 2 weeks ago, we had the network update arriving in Halo Infinite. It has been nothing but the focal point of all conversation, right? The feedback around the network update. It's gone well in some situations, and it has gone very poorly in other situations. I've asked you guys on many of my videos here your feedback, and it's mixed. There's a lot of people that the update made a lot worse. At the same time, that networking update has allowed for old exploits like lag switchers to make a return. And easy anti-cheat feels a little bit more like easy to cheat, because there are so many clips of crazy exploits and cheats that originated in previous games that are making their return now in this new network model. And something that compounds on that concern is the fact that a lot of these items were brought up months ago when the squad battle network test was going on. Now, I do recognize that these updates don't always happen in tandem with the same teams who are making the content and pushing these things out, but it would have been nice to have heard some mention that the team is aware and listening closely to feedback on the networking update and looking at resolving some of those issues. As of right now, without seeing or hearing anything about that in this update, I fear there are going to be a lot of players, the ones who are having really tough times on the new networking update, who are just going to drop off and probably not play a whole lot more. I'm not saying that every update needs to come with some sort of big communication, but just mentioning that there is an awareness and there is some communication coming on this front would be really big. Now, I know on the cheating side, the developer can't always say something. They usually have to lead with action. It's an arms race. The developers make a fix, the cheaters overcome it, and that just continues forever. But as the player base, right, and as a content creator, I talk with you, the community, regularly and read the temperature of the room, do a vibe check. And I'm telling you, Season 4 and Season 5, good vibes, moving in the right direction. Now that we've shifted to content updates, and that general speculation is support's not going to last much longer, I'm worried. I'm worried about what the population's going to look like. And selfishly, I really like Halo. I want it to do well. And in order to do that, you got to have, some sort of communication prepared, especially when the majority of your player base just went through a huge shift to the networking infrastructure, and a lot of them have expressed concern. I'm assuming our next big content update is going to be in 27 days when we wrap up on the Gruntpocalypse and the new Arena 24/7 map. And if we haven't heard anything by then, oh dear, it will be an interesting time. I'd be very curious to hear what your thoughts are on this update and everything we talked about in the video. Drop a comment down below. If you enjoyed, like the video, subscribe for more, and we'll see you again very soon.